Hello again, everyone. Today I am here to swatch these acrylic paint pens from Tooli-Art. I had actually started recording this already once, and I was trying to use the, let me see if I can pull it out. I was trying to use a smaller version of this, let me zoom out a little bit, of this sketchbook from Jackson's, and it's just a studio sketchbook with sketch paper, and it really wasn't going to work for these acrylic markers. So I decided to go back and find an available page in one of my Pentalic field books, which is kind of my preferred swatch book for pretty much all media. I had come to the end of my swatch book that I was using regularly, and this is actually the last couple pages in a watercolor mixing swatch book that I had made up. I think I probably went through this on the channel, but I'm not really sure. But I'm going to go ahead and try this again with this paper, and we'll see. So this is going to take a little while because I am going to have to shake these as I go and get them primed. As I go, I'm going to put them back in the box. I've already spread them out all over here. These are the colors that are in here. It's called the Earth and Skin Color Set. I was turned on to these by one of the instructors from an online art course that I'm taking, and they looked really nice. These are the extra fine tip ones, and they also come in medium. And now in retrospect, I think I probably should have gotten medium, but I was thinking I wanted to have something that would be a pretty fine tip so that I could do some detail work, like basically detail doodling. And it came with this little instruction booklet and some extra nibs, which seemed pretty hard actually. And I think that was part of the issue with the sketch paper, is just that it really wasn't doing well with the sketch paper. See, it's doing so much better. Well, you can't see because you didn't see the other, but the other was pilling up pretty badly. I know this seems small. Actually, let me zoom in a little bit more, but I don't want to draw too big a swatch because I want to be able to have room for all of them, and I will put these closer up to the camera when I am done. So let's see, does this have colors? This says Earth on the bottom. No, that's just the name of the set. I don't know if, I don't see any color. Oh, so they have numbers. So this is number 23. And actually, let me mark those as I go. Okay. So this is 23. It's actually, seeing that, like that marker's kind of going bad, but I'll label them, and then I'm going to put them in the box as I go. So let's just get in here even closer so that you get a pretty decent look at those. I've just dumped them out on the table, so I don't necessarily have them in any color order, but I'm going to try to get them in somewhat color order. Okay, and I'm going to use this little scrap piece of paper here to prime them. They seem to prime pretty quickly, at least given the first one. Okay. And they're really nice colors, I think. Oh, this is so much better than the other one. The other reason why I don't want to make super big swatches is because I don't want there to be, I don't want to use too much of the ink, and the small nib is not really conducive to a larger swatch. So this is number 12. These are not going to be in order. So basically this is a skin tone and earth set. So there's going to be skin tone colors and earthy colors. Let's see. They all kind of say earth. And I'm not seeing any specifically labeled skin tone. Maybe this is just considered the earth set. But they're water-based, just like any other acrylic marker. They just have really nice colors. So far, I'm pretty impressed. They're going down pretty well. And of course, the colors are super nice. But yeah, it's hard to get a larger swatch with the fine tip. But like I said, in retrospect, it might have been a better idea to get the medium. It's number 2. but you know, c'est la vie. I will put a link to these markers on Amazon, which is where I got them from, but I'm going to warn you right now, they're not super cheap. They're not crazy expensive, but they're definitely not like dirt cheap markers. So let's see. Hopefully I can get into a rhythm here. Okay. They have so many really nice earth tones, and you're probably getting some things a little out of focus because I'm so zoomed in. Let me try to zoom out just a little bit so it focuses a little bit better. And then this is number 11. Like I said, these are not in color order because I just kind of dumped them out. I'm going to try and do the more neutral colors first, and then I will do the non-neutral colors. And it doesn't seem like it requires a ton of shaking, and they're really quick to activate. So that's also nice. This is a nice color. I like this. But part of the reason why, like I said, that I wanted to get the fine tip is so that I could kind of do some doodling. You know, make like little dots, doodles, kind of like that. Let's see how they layer. Oh, they actually layer really well. So that's good to know. And this is number 16. As far as I know, these don't come individually. I've only seen them in sets. They also come in kind of basic colors. Basic meaning like, you know, the primaries and sort of your standard colors that you would get in a set of markers. But I really like these neutral colors, and these are colors that I probably would use more often. And so far I'm pretty impressed with these. They're really nice. They're really saturated. They're really opaque. This is 10. Super nice. Just having them laid out on the table here, I can only see like one that seems a little out of place. This looks kind of like a neon green, but we'll see when we swatch it. But everything else is pretty muted. Oh, and wait, here's a yellow that might be a little bright too. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try and get into a rhythm here so I can go a little bit faster. Super nice colors. I really like these. I mean, you might think that because these are all sort of similar in tone that they wouldn't be much use for them, but I think they're actually going to be much more useful to me in this kind of color arrangement. So that's number 13. Here's another lighter one. Let me go ahead and get that started and then swatch it under this one here. I think if you did draw people, these would probably be pretty good for that because there are a lot of nice skin tones. Okay, so that was number 1. And once they're all in the box, I may arrange them by their color, but maybe not. I mean, I kind of, as long as I can see what color it is before I pick it up and use it, and I'm labeling these, so I should be able to use this as a reference still. But they really take no time at all to activate. Okay, here we have sort of a gray. It's a great color. I'm actually really excited to doodle with these. Okay, and this is number 32, so it looks like I jumped ahead a bit in the set. That's 32. Let's see, this is sort of a taupey color. But I would say that these activate, you know, the ink goes all the way down into the pen tip pretty quickly. So that's kind of nice. That's actually a really nice color. This is number 4. And I'm gonna leave it at that for the rows because otherwise you won't be able to see, and I don't want to make them any smaller. All right, so let's go with another peachy color. But yeah, so far so good on these. And this is number 14. I suppose it's fine that they don't have color names because, you know, I mean, what would you name all this stuff, right? Let's see, what should I do next? Yeah, it doesn't take much at all. I mean, they're super quick. And this sheet I might end up using for swatches later, or just as sort of like a collage paper. Nice. All right, this is number 5. And as they dry, you can see they get a little bit less glare. I was wondering why they weren't laying flat in here. It's because they were up on the, actually, let me go ahead and do that, and then I can do more. They were up on the little panel that folds in. Okay, so let me go over here. And they don't seem to be watery at all, which is nice. One thing that you do kind of have to watch out for, especially with these thinner, stiffer nibs, is if you drag it across the paper, you might get some little overspray here, as you can see that happened to me. I mean, it's not really an issue for me because whenever I'm using things like this, great, one of my markers got down in the bottom. Whenever I'm using things like this, I'm not aiming to be precise. And that was, what was that number? Was that number 3? Yes, that was number 3. Oops, sorry. Don't have enough table space. It's always an issue. All right, gonna have to hurry up here because I don't have a ton of time. That's a lovely color, sort of like a tea rose color. And this is number 9, I'm guessing, because it has a little line under the 9. And let's keep going. Okay, I think that is now going to be my end point on that side. These are really great colors, I think. And I think a little bit more in line with my aesthetic as far as doing collage work, because that's what these doodles would probably end up being a part of. So that's 17. And another really pretty brown. And I don't know how many of these are in other sets. So hopefully by giving you the numbers, if there's some that you really like, but you don't like others, maybe you can check other sets to see if they're available. I've only seen like 3 or 4 different sets, I think, that they offer. They don't seem to be very numerous. Okay. And I don't know where this company came from. I mean, really, this was just based on a recommendation from an instructor. I don't know where they're made. Okay, this is 6. Put that in there. And if I haven't been showing you how I'm priming them, I'll go ahead and show you that real quick. So basically I shake them first, and then you can see the nib is white. It's actually a pretty firm plastic. And then I just push down. You can pump it, but I don't think you really need to, but it does it really, really fast. That was how fast it took, how long it took. Okay, this is 15. And we're going to be moving out of neutrals soon, although, you know, the other color of neutrals. Yeah, they're really fast. I'm pretty impressed with that because some markers take quite a bit of pumping. And I'm at altitude as well, so sometimes that affects how quickly it gets going. Like you actually have to burp them first and all that kind of stuff. Oop, I forgot the, okay, so that's 19. All right, I'm gonna stick with the warm colors, although I think I kind of went astray with that, with that gray one there. And of course, if you've got the medium tip, they would definitely fill space a bit faster. This is number 20. This is more sort of a orangey color. And the window is really nice. You can see your ink level. That's always a nice feature. Molotow acrylic markers have that as well. I don't know if I mentioned that already. And it's I find it really handy. Okay, so this is 21. And might not make any sense right now, but I'm going to actually put this one down here. It's more similar to these colors over here. This is 22. And then, let's see why I did that, because I wanted to put this purple over here. Interesting, it's a similar color and it's actually number 8, which would be right below number 9. Gorgeous colors. And I feel like it's kind of hard to find markers outside of the Molotow brand that have a really good range of color. All right, so now we're going to get into some cooler colors after this one, really. This is kind of a brown, so we'll transition here. Oops, have to remember to prime it. Yeah, I would definitely not want to color in large spaces with these fine tips. Okay, that was number 7. Like I said, I'm pretty impressed with how fast they prime. Okay, here's another gray. This one is number 31. Makes sense. Pretty close to that one there, a little darker. And I think this one I'm doing now is going to be a last sort of true gray. We're going to get into some blues here. Oh, that's really nice. Sort of a greenish gray. And that is number 30. Okay, I don't have a lot more time, so I think we're reaching the end. Wondering, well, no, I'm just gonna go with blue. Very nice, like a bluish gray. Very nice color. This one is 33. I don't think there's a color in here so far that I don't like. Maybe this brighter orange, but even that I can see a use for. Okay, let's keep going with the blues here. Really nice neutral blues, closer to gray. Okay, and that is 34. Sorry, you may hear my husband banging on some stuff upstairs. What I also like is that these colors seem to harmonize really nicely with each other because they're all sort of neutrals. They look really nice with each other. I have no idea what pigments each of these have in them, and I don't know how I would find that out. So this is 35. It's a good one too. Okay, and now we're going to be going into pretty much the last of the blues, and then we're going to go into green. Oh, that's a gorgeous blue. Really, really nice. When that glare fades, you'll see it's super nice. This is 36. And I'm gonna go for a darker green to the lighter greens. I'm guessing, what number is this? 29? Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm betting it's pretty close to that one. It's kind of a grayish green on its own. So far, I'm really loving these. I will, if I have time, I'll give you an update on how these are going once I start using them more, because these I literally just opened. All right, and that is 28. And then I'm going to have 3 more on another row, which is probably good because we're getting to colors that don't necessarily go together. Over here, really nice yellowish green. This is number 26. Okay, I have some more greens, but I'm going to do this really bright yellow next to go under here. Even though it's a bright yellow, I feel like it's kind of a warm bright yellow, which is really quite nice. It's 24. All right, and then I'm going to do this lighter green, and then there's one more sort of darkish green, and then we'll be done. And I will put this closer up to the camera just briefly so that you can see. Okay, this is number 25. Okay, last one, and this is number 27. Another really nice muted green. All right. Okay, well that's the nature and skin tone set. And I'm gonna close up the box. I'm trying to see if it says where they're made. Designed in California, made in People's Republic of China. So it's a California company, it seems. But I will put this up to the camera and then we will go. Really, really nice colors. I really like these a lot. And I foresee using them quite a bit. Like I said, I'll put a link to these down below, and I'll put a link to the specific set, but just note that they do make other color sets if this isn't your jam. All right, but that's all I had for you today. Feel free to subscribe to keep track of future videos on my channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I hope to see you next time, but in the meantime, have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.